who's going to be really good in their league. We didn't play our best. I thought, we got up, I think, in the first half by 12 and didn't do a good job of closing out the half. Didn't do a good job in the first half of closing out possessions. But we kept them in the game, and a team like that, if you keep them around long enough, they're gonna stick. And so we didn't play. No one really played well in the first half. At halftime, we have 11 days off, and challenged the guys. What do they want to do with these next 11 days? Came out a little lethargic in the second half. They hit 2 threes, tied the game up, and then we started playing. And we can't allow ourselves to get leads and then relax. Mature teams, when you get up by 12, you put the pedal down and you try to, as we say, curb them. And we started curbing ourselves a little bit. So we got to continue to work. I thought Jay was terrific, especially in the second half. 28 points, 7 assists. Played even better than he did against Ohio U. Thought Denzel gave us a lift in the second half. Deion played much better in the second half. So we found a way to win. We took care of the basketball. We didn't defend well. I say about the trifecta all the time: defend, rebound, take care of the ball. And we took care of the ball 1 of 3, and that's why it was a game. So we got to continue to get better. The next 11 days, we got to get better as a team. But it was a good victory, and you take a win anytime.
Coach, this is back-to-back games with double-digit threes for you guys. I think we said in the offseason that you guys would maybe like to be in that neighborhood per game. How nice is that to
it's
kind
good
of be
when
shooting
you shoot
the ball?
It's hard when you shoot 2 for 21. You got to rely on your defense, and that's what we did against Buffalo. But when you shoot the ball well from the perimeter, it opens up a lot of driving lanes. It helps. And when Jay shoots 7 for 10, that's a big lift. But yeah, I thought from an offensive standpoint, we played relatively well. Shoot 52%, 55% from threes. We took care of the basketball. It was more of us finishing plays in the first 20 minutes in the beginning of the second half. But I thought, like I said, the last, when they took the lead, when they tied it up, I thought our guys really, buckled down and played much better.
Guys, what Coach says, he said at halftime, you got 11 days off. What do you guys want to do? Were you envisioning 11 days of wind sprints at that point?
It'd be more than wind sprints.
A little worried about that?
Yeah, we picked it up, so I guess that says it in itself.
Jay, what do you think about just your day? Were you feeling it right from the start? And what do you have to say?
Once the first one goes in, kind of makes it for the next one to go in. And after that, first 2 of them, it'll be a good day. My teammates found me an open spot.
Jay, these last 2 games, just great, from 3-point range offensively. Before that, you hadn't been shooting it that great. What kind of has changed, I guess, in these last 2 games, kind of get you going?
I think the thing that's really different is the way we attack the paint. It's a lot easier to knock down shots when it's coming inside out. So we're able to get in the lane, and when we get in the lane for kickouts, it's easier to open shots.
The ball movement seemed pretty good. What did you think of that, Mark? For the open threes. Yeah,
I thought our ball movement was better against Ohio, especially in the first half. We did a better job in the second half. In all facets of the game, when the game got tied 45-45, we became more desperate. We played better. But the ball movement has to continue. You got to move the defense from side to side. Sometimes we get impatient and we try to score on the first side. And that, against a good defensive team, a team that rotates as well as Vermont, that's hard to do. And but we did a better job in the second half. And like I said, when Jay's shot the ball like that, and even Nelson gave us a lift in the first half. When we shoot the ball, it makes everything look better.
Jay, we talked about when it was 45-45 and what you guys had talked about at halftime and everything, but you responded at that point. I think you guys scored. You went on a 26-10 run, just completely put the game out of reach. What did you guys do at that point where you basically said, all right, we gotta take control here?
We came together as a team and understood that it's a game of runs, and they had their run, but it was our turn.
Jay, what did you think going back, after the end of last season? What was your self-assessment on what you wanted to do heading into this season?
I just wanted to be better, improve in every way, and be able to help the team the best way I could.
Coach, how valuable? Sorry.
You shot 32%, 32.4% threes last year. I mean, how much of a priority? I mean, that's pretty good. But, what did you think of that, and what do you think of your ability to, improve that number for this?
I thought last year it could have been better, and I worked on it over the summer. Got a little better.
Coach, how valuable is it when the rest of the team is producing points when Marcus has off shooting nights?
It's like I said, we're better when Jay, Marcus, and Deanna are scoring, and we're really good when we get that fourth guy like Denzel. And Denzel, he has 10 points, but those are big, a big 10 points. Marcus didn't play the way he was capable of playing today in an off day. And when that happens, someone else has to step up. And I thought Denzel, like I said, in the second half, did a much better job. And he was, in essence, that third guy that we needed.
And Dion came alive in the second half.
Yeah.
What do you think of his performance?
Yeah,
in the second
he
half?
was subpar in the first half, but he caught himself and played a much better second half in terms of scoring and shooting a high percentage.
Denzel, you're a little frustrated with the free throws, and you turned that to a positive. I seen there was one block down the stretch where you seemed to be pretty frustrated.
Yeah, looking like the old me, but still working on it, working every day, so happens. Moving on.
Just for anybody, now 6-2 going into this break. What's the mindset? I guess at this point, 1-3 in a row now. Where do you guys stand going into this break?
We know these wins are important. We're trying to win out the non-conference. Being that the conference is so tough, it's all games are tough. We gotta win out the non-conference and try to get as many wins as possible.
Mark, what was your feeling in preseason? Jay averaged 10 points a game. Shot 32% from threes, which for a freshman is pretty good, very good scoring. How did you feel about his chances of increasing his scoring?
Yeah, every player that we have, it's like you got to make a jump every year, and I think most of the guys that we've had, and Denzel is a good example of it. Guys get better in our program, from their freshman, and Deion's is another great example. And we're not going to get that highly recruited kid coming out of high school. We got to get that kid that has a high ceiling, that loves to play, that's going to work on his game. And Jay is like that. He's a gym rat. He's always in the gym, and that's how you get better. And we want our guards to shoot 40% from threes. And Jay, like most of our guys, they're not satisfied. They know they need to improve, continue to improve every day, and take that next step. And Jay is, the last two games has taken that next step, and now he's going to continue to work at it and to get better. Because, we want him better, in 11 days than he was today.
Jay, when you're playing that well, does your role on the team change at all from games when maybe other players are hot or you're not shooting that well?
I don't really think so. I think when Nelson comes in the game, we just have like a kind of 2-point guard thing. We have a bunch of capable scorers, so we kind of just feed that in.
You guys good?
Thanks.
Thank you.